If you plan on traveling over the Sierra over the next couple of days, plan on seeing heavy snowfall and there being delays as well, especially at night. This will be a potent storm for this time of year. Compared to December or January, it's not going to be a huge, massive storm, but for this time of year will be a decent amount of snowfall. So here's a look at the Winter Storm Severity Index, and you can see for much of the Sierra, it's anywhere from minor to moderate, at least further north. And orange would be moderate in terms of the severity index, and yellow would be minor. Could see anywhere between 1 to 3 inches of accumulating snow at lake level, and up at Donner could see anywhere between 6 to 12 inches of snowfall. We're going to see much greater impacts further south, and that's where the severity index in spots in purple would be extreme. So there's going to be a lot of wind as well. Visibility will be poor, but keep in mind initially the ground is still fairly warm, so it take a while for it to gather and accumulate on the pavement, but eventually it will. When you have that much snow, with time it is going to stick, and especially at night. At night the ground will be colder. During the day though, we'll still have some impacts from visibility alone blowing around the snow. But further south, again in red, that would be major, and purple would be extreme. Not as many impacts for the north, but they're still going to be there, and that does include Donner. So because of that, we do have a winter weather advisory up for anyone here in purple, and that does include the Tahoe Basin. This begins at 11 a.m. on Monday, goes through 11 a.m. on Wednesday. At lake level, could see anywhere between 1 to 3 inches of snowfall, and above 7,000 feet could see anywhere up to about 2 feet of snowfall at the crest. Keep in mind further south and into Mono County could see up to about 3 feet of snowfall there. So on the western side of the Sierra, Mono County, we do have a winter storm warning that goes into effect here on Monday. This will begin on Monday and will be light to start out with, and then it will get heavier as the day goes on and pretty much out of here by Wednesday. So here's your futurecast. Even tomorrow morning could be seeing some light snowfall up in the high Sierra. This is at 10 a.m. So in the blue, that does include Donner. As far as into the valley, can't rule out a stray shower, especially north of I-80 and into Humboldt County, closer to Lovelock as well. But most of us will be dry in the Truckee Meadows Monday morning. A better chance a late Monday and into early Tuesday morning as the area of low pressure will start to move east. What's happening is we have this area of low pressure that's going to dig down from the north, that's going to hug the California coastline and gather some moisture, and when it turns and moves to the east and gets closer, that will be our best bet to get some heavy snowfall in the Sierra. And at this point, it does look like it will be late Monday and into early Tuesday morning. This is at 10 p.m. It's right around that time where roads will be at their worst and the snow will really be coming down. And then once we get into Tuesday, it breaks apart a little bit here, and then eventually it swings all the way to the east, and it's pretty much out of here by late morning on Wednesday. But this storm will pack the punch, considering the fact that it is mid-October. So how much snowfall are we expecting? Again, a decent amount for this time of year. If it was December or January, it'd be pretty typical. It'd be about a moderate storm. But since this is the middle of October, it's pretty significant for this time of year. With that being said, I mean, we can get snow this time of year too, but it just doesn't happen as often this time of year compared to, say, December or January. So here's a look at the estimates here for snow totals. Again, lake level anywhere between 1 to 3 inches. At 7,000 feet past level, could see anywhere between 6 to 12. Up in the highs here at the crest, could see around 2 feet of snowfall north of Highway 50, and could see around 3 feet of snowfall into Mono County. So there's a 90% chance of seeing greater than an inch of snowfall up at Donner. There's a 70% chance of seeing over 3, a 50% chance of seeing at least 6, a 30% chance of at least seeing 9, and a 20% chance of at least seeing 12 inches. In the Truckee Meadows, there will be more rain than anything else, but way up in the foothills like Virginia City, can't rule out a few flurries or even a dusting of snowfall, but for the most part in the Truckee Meadows, we're just looking at rain and wind out of this event, but it will be cold enough to where you won't just want a sweater tomorrow. You'll want a winter coat because with the rain, it will be a cold day on Monday and Tuesday with highs only in the 50s. So make sure to head to 2news.com for more weather updates as well as on air too. So I will continue to keep you posted, but again, make sure to stay safe and just see what's going on before you head out. And chain controls will be likely throughout this event, especially at night in the Sierra. Have a great day.